It's really hot today. I need to drink more water. I've just finished recording all my videos for my other channel, my tarot channel, and I made this morning and I've only had a little bit of it. So since my coffee this morning, I've not drunk enough water. Do you find that too? You don't drink enough water earlier on in the day, and it's not good to catch up later on in the day because that is what gets you up at night peeing all night. I don't want that. So now I'm going to have to catch up on my hydration. I drink at least one of these. I can't remember how big they are, but at least, especially now it's hot, I drink at least one of these a day. More. In the winter, when it's cooler, I'll drink one of these a day, but right now, more than one. It's Thai spring water that I put in this bottle, which unfortunately comes in plastic bottles. There's no choice here but to get plastic bottles. But I also put trace mineral drops in it too, because minerals very important, you know, and our soils are depleted, and so you can't really rely on getting all your minerals through your fruit and veggies and all of that kind of stuff. So I add it in. I also add in magnesium glycinate. I have one of these before bed every night to make sure I'm getting enough magnesium. So mineral water, there's lots of fruit and veggies too to get my minerals in. What do you do? Do you hydrate enough? How much do you drink? I don't know how much I drink, but I need to drink more, that's for sure. Especially when I'm working, I just don't take the time out. And I need to, well, I've got a little bit more editing to do of those videos, but now I've finished recording, I can take this off, the makeup. I don't like makeup on my face. I might preserve the eye makeup. I'm going to show you how I do that. I'll tell you what, I feel much better for tying my hair up and getting my bikini on. I use the Elemis. I can't speak today. I need to eat before I do my workout for sure. Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Cleansing Balm. This is my favourite of the Elemis Connection. I do like the original flavour too. Flavour, scent, whatever you call it. Very, tight on the top here. It's lovely. It's nice and thick cleansing balm. It's very essential oil spa kind of thing. I use a fair bit of it. It's quite loose actually at the moment because of the heat, because it's just so hot. It melts everything. But I spread that on all over my face, but avoiding eyebrows and eye makeup. Ha! And so if I'm not going to shower this off, so I usually use like a face oil to take my makeup off, and I'll put it everywhere, you know, including my eyes. But because I've got a bit of concealer, I do it really carefully around my eyes to preserve eye makeup. I don't know why. It's Friday. I don't know. I might go and see my friends at sunset when I go for a walk on the beach. Might not, but might. And then I just put a little bit up there because, as I said, I've got a bit of concealer on. Take that off too. Now with this one, I emulsify it, meaning adding a little bit of water to my hands. I won't do that on camera. I'll go after the sink and do that. And then use the Elemis cloth, soak this in water to wipe it all off, but after I've emulsified it first. So I'll go off and do that right now. And then I'll come right back. So you can see it's all emulsified now. I've got a hair on my hand. So I just wipe it away. I wipe it toward my hairline because I put bronzer up there into my hairline so that you don't get a line, you know, of makeup. I generally only wear makeup for my videos, and it's pretty heavy as well because on camera, you know what, you can wear more makeup, but it doesn't look good in real life, and it looks good on camera. Shooting this with an iPhone, it's quite unforgiving. I never use any filters or anything like that in any of my work. I'm really quite against them for everything. I mean, you know, it can be a bit of fun, but I think we shouldn't be using that and showing people what we are not. You know, I think it's very unhealthy, don't you? What do you think about that? I think it's fun filters, all good fun, but filters showing a side of ourselves that's not really ours, I'm not into it. And I guess makeup could be seen as that too. But I've only just got into makeup never really want to put taking care of myself in looks kind of a way. Previously, when I didn't feel so good about myself when I was unhealed, you know. But now I do. Now I'm into it. I see it as creative. I like to look good. It makes me feel good too, and I don't see any problem with that. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. I'm just trying to accentuate what I've got. And I do like to do it for my work. So there you go. Makeup is off. Throw that in the washing machine. And then I'm going to put some skincare on because, just a little bit, because then I'm going to go under the red light therapy for half an hour and just lay down now, finish work and chill and relax under that. The red light therapy will help my face to rejuvenate. It's well tested stuff now, the red light therapy. I use red light and near red light too. So what shall I put on? Mixoon Bifida Ferment Essence. Putting this on. Packet full of moisture is what I'm doing. I can't, it says to go under the red light with nothing on your face. Can't do that. Who can have no skincare on the face? I would be dry in the aircon under a red light. Half an hour with no skincare on. I need something. So that's that. Bifida Ferment Essence. So I do skincare 3 times a day. Either before work, before putting my makeup on in the morning, after work, and then at the end of the day, or before I go training, after my shower, after training, and then at the end of the day. So next I'm using this Royal Propolis by Skin Food. Haven't got a lot of that left. It's very moisturizing, this one, and I love the way, I'll show you, this packaging is awesome. So I use a fair bit of it. This is a really nice serum for moisture, brightness. I like to use a mixture of things. I like to have a bit of choice, so I tend to have like 3 serums on the go at once. And I love this because it's such a big bottle, but the way that it dispenses is so cool. So you see it's got like a plunger dropper thing, and when you screw it down, so you see that the dropper goes down into the bottle and you press like that and it sucks it up for next time. Cool, huh? And then I'm going to put some of this vitamin C moisturizer on. C Rush Brightening Gel Cream by Ole Hendrickson. I think that's the way you say his name. I'm not really sure. Smells lovely. I like fragrance in my skincare. I like it to be a pleasant experience. I know we can get budget, unsmelly stuff and all of that kind of thing, but I like it to be an experience. I like it to feel like a spa. I like it to feel like I'm treating myself, you know? So this smells like orange juice and I like it. I like it like that. So there you go. That's the skincare that I'm using before the red light therapy. I've also this morning been wearing, let me show you, while I've been working, and what you might not know is while I'm working, I've got this lacrosse ball underneath the table, and sometimes I'll roll the arch of my foot, my left foot, where the arch has fallen a little bit and I'm prone to a little bit of plantar fasciitis there. I roll it around while I'm working. Top tip if you've got a desk, do things like that. Take care of yourself underneath. I forgot to eat. Well, here I have it. 106 grams of chicken with the Mexican kale, tomatoes, tzatziki that's homemade from fat-free Greek yogurt, and cucumber in a wrap. Yum, yum, yum. Well, that was really delicious. I don't know about you, but when I'm really busy, I forget about eating. And so it's an easy time to intermittent fast. I rarely do intermittent fasting anymore. However, I have been doing it in the last week or so. Not every day, but on work days, yeah. Just to lose a bit more fat. It's the easiest way for me to lose fat is just to delay breakfast. And so I'm having less calories, just a way of having less calories. So instead of having my breakfast like at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning after I've got up, I'll have it like this morning. It was probably about 10:30. And then this has filled me up now Whereas usually, like if I was eating, if I'd had it really early, I would have had a snack probably around 11, 10:30, 11, like an apple and some nuts or something, and then I would have this meal and then probably something else. This has kind of filled me up because it doesn't feel, it's 1 o'clock now. It doesn't feel like it's that long since I had my breakfast, you know? And so it's just a way of cutting calories, and I find it just the easiest. I don't like to be hungry. Who likes to be hungry? Nobody. But in this way, I can get through the day without feeling too hungry, and I don't feel that hungry when I'm really busy. So it's the easiest way I find to cut. Don't do it every day because I don't want to wreck my metabolism. Your metabolism goes down. So if you're doing it consistently all the time, eating less calories every single day, your metabolism is going to change to that. Our bodies are very adaptable. It's what they do. And so you can't do intermittent fasting all the time. Just do it every now and then, and you've cut the calories just for that day without changing your metabolism. I've never done a crash diet or anything like that. And I ate real food. Not always. The majority of my food throughout my life has been real food. Very rarely opting for processed food and junk food. So I've been pretty lucky like that. I was brought up well to eat real food like that. So that was really delicious. It was pretty low calorie as well. I'm still tracking at the moment all my calories. Not religiously, not perfectly, but you don't need to, just get an idea of what's going in. One thing I do when I'm losing fat is make sure I'm getting my protein amount, because I'm still working out. I still need my body to repair. I still want my nutrition, right? I don't want to lose muscle. And so I need to get enough protein and my collagen and all of that kind of thing to keep my body regenerating in that way. The body doesn't use the fuel stuff, the carbohydrates and the fats to do that. It uses the protein and the collagen to do that. And so making sure that that doesn't go down, but the fat and carbohydrates is the stuff that I eat less of. And that happens just if I'm having less to eat. It might mean that at the end of the day, if I haven't had like a lot of protein in the meals, like this was quite a lot, 106 grams of chicken. I can't remember how much protein that is. I'll pop it on the screen once I've logged it. But if there's like a lower, like 30 gram of protein meal that I have, then I'll need a protein shake toward the end of the day to make sure that I'm not depleted and that my body can regenerate overnight and build those muscles up, you know? Because I want to be putting it on, not losing it, the muscles. I want to be losing fat only. So it's just a little trick, you know, to keep your not a trick really, but to keep your metabolism high is not reduce your calories all the time. Especially not when you're lean like me. I mean, my body could easily adapt to eating much less, and I don't want that. I want to eat plenty. I want to eat plenty, have lots of energy, and, you know, all of that. So, let's get under the red light now. So, legs first. To reduce the scarring on my shin, it really does help to reduce scarring and to help things heal faster. And so I'm just going to play on my phone for a while while I toast my legs onto here. It's not actually hot at all. I guess it's slightly, just like a little bit warmer than outside, and in this way as well, I'll get a little bit in my eyes too, because it helps your eyes apparently. I heard someone say that since Andrew Huberman was using the red light therapy, perhaps he's got one of those masks that gets a bit in your eyes, that he doesn't need reading glasses anymore. Well, that would be nice if my eyesight improved. So, see you shortly. So another 30 minutes on my face this time. I'm going to leave these eye protectors off just for 5 minutes of it with my eyes closed and then put them on. I tend to do a little bit of leg stretching while I'm under here as well. I've taken my toe spacers off. It was starting to dig in a little. I have been wearing them all morning while I work. So I'm going to do some breath work and some leg stretching while I'm in this and just relax. I tend to find I get a little hyped up when I'm working, you know. I like to work really fast, get everything done, stay on focus, and it takes me a while to come down from that. And this really helps, having this hour with my legs, although I'm playing on my phone when I'm doing my legs, which isn't very relaxing. When I'm doing this, it is very relaxing. Or it would be if I stopped talking anyway. See you in half an hour. My collagen, it's stimulated. I'm ready to work out. It's leg day today. I'm doing Caroline's Intent program. Today's day 23. It's all about legs. Every other day is legs, and it comes around a little bit too fast. I'm not doing it every day. I'm doing it about 3 or 4 times a week, but leg day comes around fast. It's not my strong point. My legs aren't strong. My upper body's strong. My core's strong. My legs, I don't really like lunges. She does a lot of lunges. My knees can be the weak point, and lunges tends to provoke my knees, let's put it that way. I'm not a big fan of doing things that hurt. Is anybody? But I mean, when I'm working out, you know, it's not a good idea to persist with things that hurt. However, saying that, when there's an area of weakness, like knees, like ankles, things like that, like my left leg at the moment, and often, it's a good idea to do the things that strengthen up the muscles around it, and lunges do that. So as much as I can't stand them, it does make it better, and it does when I do regular strength training with my legs, and I do those movements that I don't really like, using as much weight as I can, then it does make my knees stronger. It makes it all stronger, and it's better in the long term. So as I said, I'm not a big fan of like no pain, no gain kind of thing, because I don't think that's true. You do have to push yourself with strength training, for sure. It's got to be hard, but whereas pain is concerned, I think there's a fine line there to knowing what is useful, that strengthens the muscles around something, and what is actual pain and not a good idea to do it. You got to be in tune with your body, right? And as I said, I'm going to use as heavy weights as possible. Try and progressive overload. Try and get them heavier. So certainly the weights that I'm going to be using today, that you'll see me using, are not the weights that I started with. Also, another thing to keep in mind as well while you're watching me is I always do the warm-up. I never skip the warm-up. I am going to warm up my body, especially as we get older. We need to do even more of the warm-up, and so don't skip your warm-up. My camera packed in, it overheated as I was overheating while I was doing the workout. So before I do the cool down, I'm just going to show you what that circuit was. We did 3 circuits of these exercises. It was exhausting. Legs always are, because it's using the biggest muscles of your body, right? But before I cool down, I want to show you the exercise that we were doing. So we started off, I was using 10 kilogram weights. I'll show you. 10 kilogram weights. First of all, doing squats like this, elevated heel squats. So these ones, and then straight, no break. After a minute and a half of that, going straight into upright squats like this too. Okay, a minute and a half of that. Then went over to the doing banded hip thrusts. So band across the knees as this, with this very heavy. I don't know how much weight I've got on here or how much the bar itself weighs, but it's pretty heavy. I've worked up to putting plenty of weight on this, and so pushing the knees out and then doing these hip thrusts. So there's a minute and a half of that, and then without a little bit of a break, and then without the band. I don't need to show you that. You can imagine how I was getting different rep ranges for each one. I tried to keep the rep ranges the same for each circuit, so not doing less. So after those ones, then into these ones. It's supposed to be an exercise ball rollout, but I use folded up ankle socks like this and put my heels on them. It's a movement, let me show you, for the hamstrings. And so lifting up off your butt and then sliding them in and out like that. It is a killer on the glutes and the hamstrings, this one. It's very difficult. So those ones, then single legs of these ones, minute and a half of that, by which time your glute is absolutely on fire. But we don't stop there. We pick up one of these weights. I'm not going to do it right now because my legs are so burned out. And then with the same leg, straight into lunges, leaning forward lunges like that with a 10 kilogram weight. Too much for me right now. It's too much in the final round for me. I had to do it body weight only. My glute, I couldn't take any more. And then the other side. And then back to the start again. And that was it. That was the circuit. I do try and go heavier. 10 kilograms is a step up. With the squats and stuff, I've been doing 7.5 kilograms, building my legs back up again. Each time I do one of these programs, I tend to progress through it. I've never got above with these squats because it's high reps. It's 1.5 minutes of repping it out each time. I don't get above 10 kilograms for those. It just depends on what movement it is. You know, I can do a lot for that. Other movements that involve my knees more, not so much. And then at the end, we repped it out doing, for I don't know how many minutes it was, quite a few minutes of squats like this in the hole, long time down there, just a few seconds down there, 10 of those, and then 10 slow eccentric, slow down. So with no load on, just body weight, doing those, 10 of those, and then alternating as many as you can in the final, and that was it. I know, 3 rounds of that, and I'm tired. And I'm very tired, so I'm going to do the cool down now. Hope you enjoyed watching me taking care of myself today. I'm not going for a walk on the beach. My legs are done now completely. I need to be in recovery now to be able to do Muay Thai training in the morning. Eating some garbage. This is my favourite garbage. See what I did there? Play on words between garbage and carbs. A hit of carbs to replenish those muscles. And it is rice cakes with caramel on them. I really like them. It's my tasty treat, and then I'll make dinner before that I'm going to go and float in the pool, get a little bit of sunshine, try and cool down, although it's going to be stinking hot out there. At least I can get a little bit wet in the hot water pool and float around. Hopefully there does seem to be a little bit of a breeze, so it might cool me off a little bit, and I'll relax. And then movie, I think, tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you want to see more of. If you want to try out Caroline Girvan's program, she does have some free ones on YouTube. It's Caroline Girvan. Highly recommend her. Women, you know, we can take higher rep range and shorter rest, which is what she does. It'd probably be difficult for men. They need longer breaks. Just different body types. We recover. Women are very good at endurance. We can actually take more reps and things like that. So women's programs do tend to be a little bit more reppy than the rest. I like her programs anyway, and they work. I push myself. If I manage to keep the footage, I don't know whether I have, but if I did manage to keep the footage, I'll put some of it in this video. But I'm really pushing myself, you know. I get to the point where it burns and I keep going and I'm grimacing and it's hard, but I know that it works, and I know that it's going to build muscle, you know, and my bones too, which is why diet's got to be so important too, especially as you're getting old, making sure you're getting the collagen and the protein, the high quality protein from animal sources, and also the minerals too, very important in the diet. Of course, fruit and vegetables are important, but if you want to maintain that muscle mass, which is very important, and the bone density, which I do, I do. I don't want to be frail. I want to be able to do all the things that I enjoy now and live in a very active life for many, many years to come. And so this is what I'm doing now. It's about a 45-minute workout, that. Doing it in the aircon, it's still way, way too hot. Too hot for the camera, too hot for me really. But with a fan trained on me, I can just about get through it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day, you. Take care of yourselves, do some exercise, eat well, hydrate. Don't forget the hydration. And I'll see you tomorrow.